Welcome back, nerds and nerdettes. Welcome back to Talk Nerdy to Me. I really like the new name now that we're on like episode 4 instead of Yes, I'm a Nerd. So just talk nerdy to me. Talk nerdy to me. Oh wow, you really had to be alive in certain decades to get some of this stuff. Anyways, we're going to talk about season 3 of TNG because that's what we're doing on this podcast. Have my water. It's delicious. Let's just get right into this, okay? So season 3, we're in 1989. Episode 1 is called Evolution. I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't like a great start to a season, but like the end of this season is crazy. Then they tried to like introduce like a second Ferengi type race. I don't remember what they were called, but it was like, it's called the Ensigns of Command. And it was kind of bad. And I don't know. I didn't really like it. It's like, we get there's probably more than one race that are like Ferengis, but there's only one Ferengis. Like, let's be real. My water is leaking because my cup's not closed all the way. That's all over my shirt. That's okay. How's your day going, Josie? It's going fine, thank you. Anyways, we have survivors. Okay, so both the first 2 episodes are about like colonies in other parts of the Federation, not even the Federation, the galaxy. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. I don't know. It's dry in here. Oh, this was a good episode. Okay, so episode 4, Who Watches the Watchers? So this was an episode where they find out that there's this colony that discovered, and it's like, it's a primitive species. So they're like watching them from the mountains, and they discover that the primitive species has figured out that they're being watched, right? That they're being watched, and they think that Captain Picard is God. And it's a really interesting episode. It's a really interesting concept. FYI, there's spoilers. We're going to have to say that, I think, every single time I start talking. We're going to have to say spoilers, okay? Okay. What else is going on? Let's see. Season 3 was really good. Booby Trap was a cool episode. I liked that one. I didn't love it. Oh, The Enemy was a good one. This is the first time we see the Romulans in TNG. And Geordi and a Romulan get stuck on an alien planet together, and Geordi like helps the Romulan. So yeah, and then they're all anyways, oh, the price. Oh, there's water all over my shirt. Sorry, we're just gonna stay like this. Okay, so the price. This is a really cool episode because they throw back to this in Voyager, actually. So they think they've discovered the galaxy's first stable wormhole. So the Enterprise sends, of course, Geordi and Data. And the Ferengi are there too, and they send in their crew. So what ends up happening is they discover that the wormhole at the other end is unstable. And Geordi and Data are like, you guys, we got to go back through this like now. And the Ferengi are like, no, you're just going to claim it for yourselves. Blah, blah, blah. And then they end up getting stuck. And then they throw to it in Voyager. And when we get to Voyager, we'll talk about that. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh, the Defector was a good one. The Hunted was Deja Q is one. Eat any good books lately? such a good episode. Deja Q is a good episode because Q loses his powers and nobody believes him. Okay? So, if you want to watch a good episode, that's a good one. We're on season 3, so oh my gosh. Yesterday's Enterprise. If you've watched season 1 or season 2 of Picard, Q rattles off one of my most favorite lines ever in Star Trek. And he looks at Picard and he's like, "How yesterday's Enterprise of you." I'm like, this is gold. This is fan service. So yesterday's Enterprise is Guinan's there, and Guinan is another one of my like favorite reoccurring characters. I loved Guinan. And she's in one of the movies and like just oh, it's so good. Anyways, I just realized we're gonna have to talk about the movies too. So yesterday's Enterprise is the Enterprise comes into contact with some sort of space anomaly. That's Star Trek. Insert space anomaly here to create some fuckery. So Guinan's the only one that can detect that time has been affected because she's an Elorian. And that's just what they do. So Tasha Yar is back. Tasha Yar is killed off. I know we didn't even discuss that in other podcasts because I don't like the character. I do not like Tasha Yar, but that's fine. Whatever. That's just me. Nothing against Denise Crosby at all. I just didn't like her. She's in the X-Files too, hey. Anyways, I'm done. Okay. Anyways. So in yesterday's Enterprise, like Tasha Yar goes to the other Enterprise, or not, is it the Enterprise? Whatever ship that the Klingons are attacking, and then we get into some stuff in later seasons that we'll get to in a minute. Well, we won't get to in this one. Yeah. The Offspring, that actually relates directly to Picard because that's when Data creates his very first offspring. Lal? I think her name's Lal. Yeah. Oh god, how many spoilers do I give? Have you guys watched Picard? Yeah, I'm not going to talk because that's new, so I'm not going to talk about that. Sins of the Father, Worf and Kern, who's Worf's brother, defend their family honor, and the High Council has accused Worf's dad of treason, and that's a whole... You guys should watch those ones. Anyways. Oh, I liked this one, Captain's Holiday. That's the first time we're introduced to Vash. And she appears, she's not only in TNG, but she also appears in Deep Space Nine. And she's kind of shady. She's kind of like nefarious. And I like that about the character. More Romulans. Actually, that's a good episode. Tin Man is... It's about an alien that's a ship. So it's kind of taking... I think Farscape came out after this. So alien that's a ship is very Farscape-esque. So yeah. Anyways, Tin Man's a good one. Hollow Pursuits is weird because a thing you'll notice about Star Trek is like Geordi is like always falling in love with women who aren't actually there. It's kind of weird. And like Riker's sleeping with the galaxy and yeah. There's an episode in season 3 called Sarek. And yes, it's Spock's dad. And we all know that Spock and his dad don't see eye to eye with things and all kinds of other stuff. And yeah, so what they ended up doing with that episode is Picard and Sarek become close, and Sarek mind melds with Picard, which he never did with Spock. And like that's that gets into it, and we'll get into that with one of my favorite 2-part episodes ever on the planet. Yeah. I guess it's really dry in here today. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh, we see Loxana Troy. That's Menage a Troy. So I remember watching this when I was a kid, and it actually scared me. And the last episode, episode 26 of season 3, is called The Best of Both Worlds. It is when Picard gets kidnapped by the Borg. And it is an ongoing theme in the movies, in Picard now, in other seasons of TNG. It is also brought up in Deep Space Nine, and oh god, it's a very powerful episode because he loses his humanity. So I don't know, I don't want to spoil too much of that. I can talk about the episodes themselves, but like, it's an ongoing theme in Star Trek. So FYI, if anybody's wondering. Anywho, that's the last episode of season 3. Season 3 was by far better. Yeah, there was a couple bad episodes. You have 26 episodes, so of course there's going to be a few stinkers. I don't remember how many episodes TNG had altogether. It was a couple hundred. I know they hit the 100 episode thing. So, anywho, I hope you enjoyed this. I am looking forward. I think I'm just gonna record the next season right now because I really want to talk about that one. Because it's powerful. It's really cool. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and as always, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!